Bonjour, good to see you again. Welcome to the Ligue 1 Talking Points with me, Julien Laurence. If you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, don't worry, just click here on the G to get great coverage from Spain, Italy, France and Germany. This week, we'll focus on some of the fixtures of the weekend, especially the Lyon-Marseille game. We'll have a look at a player who scored 5 goals on Sunday in the same game and finally look forward to what's coming next in Ligue 1. Right, let's go. Forget about the overrated Classico, Ligue 1 at the Olympico to celebrate this weekend. That's right, Olympique Lyonnais against Olympique de Marseille, fourth against first, and it was a classic, a proper battle, tactical, physical, tense, and in the end, the host came out on top thanks to a beautiful goal by Yoann Gourcuff, who is finally back to his best. And history repeated itself as well at the Stade Gerland on Sunday evening, like in 1998. Lyon put an end to Marseille's winning streak of 8 consecutive league games. And now, Les Gones are third in the table, just 5 points behind Marseille, the leaders. Marseille's defeat in Lyon means that PSG are back just 4 points behind the leaders in the table. In the other big game of the weekend, the Parisian, second in the table, beat Bordeaux, who stood fourth before the weekend. Even without Ibrahimovic still injured and Cavani suspended, the Parisians scored 3 goals. Thanks to 2 penalties from Lucas and a strike from Lavezzi, the Argentine was back in the squad after almost a month out through injury, and he brought a lot to the team when he came on in the second half. For the first time this season, the French champions won 3 games in a row in all competition, and they're starting to put a really good run of positive results together. It's great news because in 2 weeks' time, obviously, is the big one, PSG against Marseille at the Parc des Princes. There's no need to look for Lille in the top half of the table this weekend because they're not in there. To find them, have a look at a very disappointing 11th place in the table. On Sunday, the Dogs, who finished third last season, lost their 3rd league game in a row for the first time in 5 years. They were done at Rennes and deserved to be beaten as well. They were poor from start to finish, and personally, I blame the manager. René Girard's philosophy is old school, far too defensive. He's struggling to inspire the player to bounce back, and I can't see how they can turn things around under this manager. And things could get even worse for them as they play Saint-Etienne next Saturday. It was surely the most unexpected achievement of the weekend. Carlos Eduardo, the Nice Brazilian midfielder, scored 5 goals away at Guingamp on Sunday. Yes, that's 5 goals, 5, 5, whatever language you want to use. It's really impressive. The 25-year-old is on loan from Porto, where he had a good season last year, but felt he didn't play enough games. He wanted more game time, and Nice welcomed him with open arms. He had scored just 1 goal in his previous 6 league games, 1 in 6 and 5 in 1 on Sunday. He was on fire. There was a lovely free kick, there was a tap in. Just 5 goals is really unusual, but it's not a record though. Back in the 30s, 2 players scored 7 goals in the same game, and in 1974 the great Carlos Bianchi netted 6 times for Reims as well. Oh, by the way, Nice won that game on Sunday at Guingamp 7-2, inflicting more misery on Guingamp, who remain bottom of the table. Right, let's have a look now at another busy weekend coming up in Ligue 1, and we start with one of the biggest rivalries in French football, the Derby de la Bretagne between Nantes and Rennes. The Rennes fan argue that Nantes is not part of Brittany, and geographically they probably have a point, and the Nantes fan says the opposite. Of course, they hate each other and their matches are always very eventful and spectacular, both on and off the pitch. It should be the case once again on Saturday, with Nantes up to 5th now in the table and Rennes in 9th. Next, PSG, the French champions, are on a good run of results now. They've won the last 3 games in all competition, and it's a very positive atmosphere around the team now. It's not the case for Lorient, who will welcome the French champions on Saturday. They're on a more negative one. However, the Parisians will be very cautious. First, because they will play on an artificial pitch, which is the case in Lorient, and it's never easy. Secondly, because Lorient always performs very well against PSG as well. But Paris needs to put more pressure on Marseille now, who will only play on Sunday next weekend against Lens. Marseille-Lens is the last fixture we will focus on this week, and the big question really is how Marseille and Marcelo Bielsa will react after that defeat at Lyon on Sunday. It'll be very interesting to see how they cope with the pressure of going back to winning ways as well. And Lens is probably, in fairness, the right opponent for that. They're weak away from home, even if they won at Toulouse on Friday, and the perfect opponent for Marseille really to bounce back and to get back to that win, especially Then after that, there will be just 7 days for Marseille to prepare for the big clash in Paris against PSG the following Sunday. Right, that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'll be back on Monday for more Ligue 1 action. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just click here and you get great coverage from Spain with Andy Brassel, Germany with Raphael Honigstein, Italy with James Horncastle, and France with me, Julien Laurens. Also, if you've got any questions or comments, just add them below and I'll make sure I'll reply to them to the course of the week. Be good, have a good week, and see you next Monday.